Arsenal entered their clash against Liverpool with little hope left in the title race, but they had no intention of leaving Anfield in defeat. Trailing by 2 goals, then fighting back to level the score at 2 each, the Gunners were part of a thrilling comeback that stretched into the final seconds of stoppage time. It was a match that could stand alongside the Clásico battles in Spain, with every moment keeping the crowd on the edge of their seats. Arsenal endured a turbulent opening as Liverpool quickly raced to a 2-goal lead, but they refused to give up. Like a warrior pushed to the edge, Arsenal fought with everything they had to salvage at least a point. The result may not be enough to save a season without silverware, but the fighting spirit they showed certainly earned the applause of their fans. On the other side, Liverpool seemed set for a perfect afternoon, fueled by the roaring support at Anfield, but that feeling quickly faded. The festive atmosphere took a sudden dip when Trent Alexander-Arnold, once a symbol of Merseyside pride, found himself jeered after a moment of shaky defending. This is what the Premier League is all about. Even when the title race is settled, the classic battles continue to deliver drama, emotion, and unpredictable twists. That is the unmatched identity of the most exciting league in the world. Arsenal came into this match with the disappointment of being knocked out of the Champions League just before the final. Meanwhile, Liverpool aimed to win their final 3 matches to close the season with more than 90 points. However, much of the pre-match attention was focused on the guard of honor the Arsenal players formed for the newly crowned Premier League champions. It was a symbolic moment, reflecting the mutual respect between 2 of England's footballing giants. Right from the first whistle, the match unfolded at a blistering pace with intense end-to-end action. Bukayo Saka nearly gave Arsenal the lead in the 3rd minute, breaking free from the offside trap, but his shot drifted just wide of the post. This miss only added to the pressure on the young Englishman, who had already missed a crucial chance in a recent showdown against Paris Saint-Germain. At the other end, Mohamed Salah quickly responded with a perfectly weighted pass to Luis Diaz. However, the Colombian forward was denied by a brilliant save from David Raya, keeping the scoreline level. On the touchline, Jurgen Klopp could be seen smiling as he watched his team dominate with their trademark high-speed, high-pressing style. In the 20th minute, Andrew Robertson delivered a pinpoint cross into the box, allowing Cody Gakpo to rise unchallenged and head home the opening goal for Liverpool. It was a moment of defensive lapse from Arsenal, as 8 black shirts were close to their goal but failed to stop the Dutch striker's header. Gakpo's brace against Arsenal not only showcased his consistent form, but also served as a warning to the North London Giants, as the 26-year-old had recently tormented Tottenham. This goal also put Arsenal in a more precarious position, as their gap over Newcastle had been reduced to just 1 point after Newcastle's win over Chelsea. Just moments later, Arsenal's situation went from bad to worse. Mohamed Salah continued to torment the visitors, slicing through their defense with a perfectly timed pass that sent Dominique Szoboszlai racing clear. After a clever first touch, the Hungarian midfielder set up Luis Diaz for an easy finish, doubling Liverpool's lead. Remarkably, these 2 goals came just 87 seconds apart, highlighting the clinical counter-attacking power of the Merseyside club. This was a moment that showcased the quality of a reigning champion, even though Liverpool faced one of the toughest defensive units in the league. However, Arsenal's backline had an off day, leaving too many gaps for their opponents to exploit. There were moments when the Gunners' goal seemed on the brink of a 3rd concession, like the clever turn and shot from Curtis Jones in the 24th minute. It took a brilliant reflex save from David Raya to prevent the visitors from collapsing in the first half. On the sidelines, manager Mikel Arteta could not hide his frustration as he watched his players struggle under pressure. Even Bukayo Saka, one of Arsenal's brightest stars, showed signs of impatience. The English winger repeatedly took wild shots, failing to hit the target despite finding space past the Liverpool defenders on several occasions. As a result of this nervousness, Arsenal went into the break without a single shot on target. Neutral fans might have hoped for a more energetic second half, and they were not disappointed. In the 47th minute, Gabriel Martinelli rose high ahead in a perfectly placed cross from Leandro Trossard, pulling a goal back for Arsenal. However, it also exposed a rare lapse in concentration from Liverpool's centre-back duo, Ibrahima Konate and Virgil van Dijk, who failed to track Martinelli's run, allowing the forward to score in a situation that should have been defended better. What stood out was that Liverpool's defense, often regarded as one of the most solid in Europe, showed signs of complacency after securing their main objectives for the season. On the touchline, Jurgen Klopp quickly responded by introducing Alexis Mac Allister and Dominic Szoboszlai to regain control of the midfield. But it was the appearance of Trent Alexander-Arnold that truly stole the spotlight. This was his first match since news of his transfer to Real Madrid was confirmed. Instead of cheers, the English right-back was met with jeers from the Anfield faithful. Every time Alexander-Arnold touched the ball, the stadium echoed with boos, creating one of the most uncomfortable moments of his career. The tension only escalated when Mikel Merino, recently brought on as a substitute, committed a reckless challenge on Dominic Szoboszlai. Referee Anthony Taylor wasted no time in showing a second yellow card, sending the Spanish midfielder off without needing assistance from the VAR. This was a severe blow for Arsenal, not just because they were reduced to 10 men for the remainder of the match, but also because Merino would now miss their crucial clash against Newcastle the following weekend. Despite being down to 10 players, Arsenal continued to resist wave after wave of Liverpool attacks. Diogo Jota came close to sealing the win when he broke free from the halfway line and unleashed a powerful shot that narrowly missed the far post. But Liverpool's relentless pressure ultimately went unrewarded. The climax of the match came in the 4th minute of stoppage time. After a chaotic scramble in the box, Andrew Robertson found the back of the net, sending the Anfield crowd into a frenzy. However, the celebrations were cut short when referee Anthony Taylor blew his whistle for a foul by Ibrahima Konate on Gabriel Jesus in the build-up to the goal. As the final whistle sounded, the scoreboard remained locked at 2 each. It was a result that might leave both sides disappointed, as both Arsenal and Liverpool officially ended the season with fewer than 90 points. Even though Liverpool's Premier League title has already been secured, that does not take away from the significance of this achievement. The Reds have battled bravely throughout the season, overcoming numerous challenges to claim the crown in a truly deserving manner. On the other side, Arsenal are also on the verge of securing a spot in the Champions League next season, as they currently hold a 5-point lead over 6th place Aston Villa, with only 2 rounds of Premier League action remaining. However, Arsenal fans are surely expecting more from their team. 3 consecutive seasons of falling short in critical moments have left many supporters feeling disappointed. With Martin Zubimendi rumored to be joining the Emirates Stadium in the upcoming transfer window, it is clear that Arsenal need additional quality reinforcements if they hope to compete on equal footing with the Premier League's elite. Even though the title race has been settled, there is still plenty to play for in the final rounds of the Premier League. With unpredictable twists and turns in Match Week 36, there could still be significant shifts in the battle for European qualification. This is precisely why fans will continue to fill stadiums, hoping for a dramatic and thrilling finish, the kind of spectacle that has made the Premier League the most captivating league in the world.